Red Cross, or everyday heroes, come from all walks of life, young, old, everything in between. Everyone has something special to offer, including you. I'm so happy to welcome Kenny Howell and John Kane, both with the American Red Cross, to the show. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you both so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
With the Red Cross, I would say it really comes down, John, what you say, neighbor to neighbor. What is really the core of the Red Cross?
Well, the Red Cross primarily works in 3 different divisions, and that's disaster services, health and safety, and service to the armed forces. Probably the largest that people volunteer for is disaster services. And we, or our volunteers, respond to any type of disaster, be it a small disaster like a house fire, to the big one, which down here is usually going to be in a hurricane. We see to the immediate needs of people. In other words, food, lodging, clothing. We want to make sure that those immediate needs are met.
And I can even attest to what you guys actually do. It's pretty incredible. I lost my house to a flood in North Dakota, and the Red Cross was there to help.
Yes.
And I mean, people really just depend on you so much, but what you guys depend on a lot is your volunteers. You really couldn't do it without those volunteers. So how can somebody volunteer? I know you get, when something disaster strikes, you get a lot of phone calls. People want to help, but I think your goal is to try to be prepared and kind of have everybody in order so you guys are ready to go when something does happen, such as a hurricane.
Well, an individual can join. We have over 300 volunteers in the region, Florida Southern Gulf region. And so we're always eager to have individuals that call us or go online to volunteerconnection.redcross.org or call us, and we're glad to get you orientated. We have a monthly orientation class, and we welcome new volunteers. We're also doing a big push for businesses, civic groups, faith-based groups, neighborhood groups to partner with us. In other words, an individual doesn't have to join, but their organization partners with us so we can train them. Right now, our big push is to help in sheltering, because when a hurricane hits, we would have to depend on the whole community, or it would certainly be beneficial to have the whole community come and be able to help us operate the shelters. Each shelter holds at least 1,000 people, and Germain Arena, if it's used, holds 6,000 to 7,000 people. So it is very important for the community, for these groups to step up. We'll give you a 2-hour class in sheltering and get the paperwork done, and that's your commitment.
So how do they sign up? Do you go to your website, give you guys a call, or what should we do if we want to volunteer?
On partnering, they should call us at the Fort Myers office. We have an office in Naples and in Fort Myers. They can call either one, but if they call the Fort Myers office, we will bring the class to you. We're glad to bring that class, get your employees, get your members involved, and that is the extent of their involvement. When the time comes, they're ready. We hope they'll want to get involved even more, but there's certainly no pressure that way. But we really want to get the community and all these different groups. So if you've got a group of 5 to 6 or more, we're more than happy to sit with you.
And you really help people all over the country, but today specifically, we're kind of talking local here.
Correct, correct. Once our volunteers get trained and get some exposure, when a big national disaster happens, they have what they call deployment. And we get online a list of different jobs that need to be filled. And if we have volunteers that are trained in that area, they could potentially be sent to anywhere USA. But right now we're mainly talking local. And we want to start local. We want to take care of this region. And as people grow within the Red Cross, have their training expand, then certainly we're always glad to respond to anywhere the need is at.
You really just make it easy for everybody. And Kenny, you can speak to this, something really cool that you guys are doing. There's an app for everything, of course. Now there's an app for the Red Cross.
Team Red Cross volunteer app. It's free. It's available in the iTunes and Google Store, and it's a great overview of becoming a volunteer at the Red Cross. There's some videos on there. You can learn simple procedures like feeding at a shelter, passing out supplies, and what's great about this is once you sign up, when we have a disaster such as a hurricane, you'll be notified that we need volunteers, and you can come down and help out. And also, if you can do it the old-fashioned way, you can come to our office, sit down with John, and he will provide you all the information necessary to become a volunteer.
Well, we have about 30 seconds here. I know you have an event that you want to tell everybody about. It's going on August 13th. How can people get involved?
At Cinnabel Grill. We're going to have an information table there. It's going to be the 10th anniversary of Hurricane Charlie, which came through
10 years.
Cinnabel Island. And we'll be providing information on how to get prepared for a hurricane and just being prepared in general for a disaster. And we'll be doing some fun things too. We'll have hurricane trivia.
Exciting,
Starts at 4
exciting.
p.m.
All right, so if you want to volunteer with the Red Cross, give them a call or just go to their website. Kenny and John, thank you so much.
You.
It was great having you on the show today. We'll go ahead and send it over to Carly.
Wow, 10 years since Hurricane Charlotte. That's crazy. Well, up next, keep cool and keep your wallet full. After the break, meet the best man who can do it all. But first, your Fox forecast and news headlines.